Honestly, I can honestly just make another video about telling you processed foods, ultra processed foods are bad for you and that you should eat more fruits and vegetables. But the truth is that even though I make another one of these videos, you are going to relapse on your diet in spite of this knowledge. However, I want to let you know that you're not alone. There is hundreds of thousands of other people across the globe right now who's facing the exact same problem as you. And I found across journaling over the past few days, I believe I have found the main reason why you would want to relapse on your diet and why hundreds of thousands of others just like you do the same as well. Now, obviously, there's going to be some dude across the globe that's going to think that, oh, diet soda is good for me. I should drink more Diet Coke because it cancels out the sugar. You've seen that clip before, right? Come on now. That cancels out the sugar, and that's actually good for you. Yeah, but obviously, not everybody is the same. And I believe the fact that you're watching this video means that you're intelligent enough to know that what's good for you and what's bad for you already. And you've already been doing research over the past few months about this topic on diet, on food prep, meal prep, I mean, macronutrients, your calorie tracking, and everything like that, right? I'm guessing you're familiar with some of these terms already. I'm guessing about 50% of you are familiar with these terms already. And the interesting thing is that every single time you do this research, you get this 3 day boost of motivation to go prep some meals and eat completely clean. So if, after watching a video like this, can not a video like this, maybe some other video on YouTube, you go like, oh yeah, you know what, I shouldn't be poisoning myself every single day. And then you turn off the video, you go to your kitchen, mix everything together. That's your meals for the next 3 days. You're gonna not add seasoning or whatever. And then after that 3 days, your motivation is gone and you relapse on your diet again. That that candy bar on the counter looking very that Mars bar on the counter looking very delicious. You ran out of time and you woke up a little bit late, you had to go to work and you had no time to go prepare a meal, so you eat Frosties inside your cabinet, right? You know why? Because that's exactly what I've gone through just a few months ago. And with that, I have managed to going from looking for Frosties in the cabinet to looking forward to prepare my eggs for breakfast. I had to go through one major transformation, which we will talk about in this video. After doing this, you have your performance increase, your things in a way. Your performance will increase, your mental capacity, your physical strength, your motivation, your energy levels in general, all because you fix this one major thing I'm about to give you. Now, before we begin, I want to introduce myself first. My name is Kneecaps or Ni Guang, and I'm on a mission. I'm making these videos like this so that it can reach as many Singaporeans as possible, so that they would be more aware about health-related problems and natural ways, 100% natural ways that we can improve it. And one way that you can help me on this mission is by, clicking subscribe and like, etc., the YouTube algorithm stuff. And that will push my video onto a more Singaporeans page and they would see my video, they get influenced, they learn, and that would be much fulfilling. Who knows, maybe even in 10 years' time, if some dude decides to stop eating ultra processed foods, you may have even saved his life. Yeah, now let's actually begin. Okay, the one true reason why you keep relapsing on your diet is because you don't have a reason to be on a diet. Now that sounds kind of weird, right? What do you mean by reason? I just want to be healthier, right? Yeah, but why do you want to be healthier? Just because you can, I don't know, show off that you're looking cool. Oh, I'm on a diet. Tell your friends, oh guys, look, I'm on a diet. I can't be eating that. Maybe lose a little bit of weight. Is that the only reason why you want to be on a diet? And that's insufficient. Let me give you an analogy. I just randomly thought about this when I was cycling one day after work or after school. I can't remember. Imagine you have a bicycle, okay, and this bicycle you only use it once every few years, very little bit. You're not gonna give it a polish down every single day, right? Well, as compared to if you use it every day, you're gonna be maintaining the wheels, you're gonna be pumping it, you're gonna be oiling up the gears and rubbing, cleaning and everything. As compared to the one that you're not gonna use, you're gonna use it like once every 5 years. You probably give it a clean once every 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So the the bicycle that you don't really use, it doesn't really have a reason to be there. So yeah, there's not really a reason to polish it. There's not really a reason to clean it. No one's gonna see it. No one's gonna use it. You use it once in a while, and the bicycle that you're using every single day, you are gonna clean it. You're gonna make sure because everyone's gonna see it, right? And you're gonna be using a lot. There's a reason for you to clean it, so you're gonna clean it. That's pretty similar to what's going on over here. That's pretty much the same as your body, you. You know why? Because when you are on a diet, it's pretty much the same as maintaining the bicycle. But why do you want to maintain the bicycle if your bicycle or you are not being used to its full potential? Like the bicycle has the capacity to be used every single day, but you're only going to use it once every 5 years. So same as your body, you have the capacity to be great, amazing, super high performing, super focused, super motivated, super energetic, but you don't use it. So why would your body ever need to be at that potential if you don't use it? So what happens is that you don't optimize your diet for this level, you don't optimize your sleep, your workouts, everything. There's no point, so you don't do it at all. That's literally it. Let me give a rundown through an average Singaporean's life right now. You you wake up sleep deprived, sorry, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. You go to school or you go to work, still sleep deprived. You're like, on the way to school, on the public transport, you're like this, and you're using your phone, right? And the bell rings, school starts, assessment after assessment, and homework after homework. You go back home, still sleep deprived. You have CCA first, right? And then now it's like what? At end of CCA, 6 o'clock. You go home, you got some homework to do, you do some homework, and then you have no energy left to prepare for your diet. You're like, you know what, I'll just start tomorrow. You know what, I'll just work out tomorrow. And what happens after you eat your instant noodles? After you pour your hot water into your little cup of instant noodles, you go home, you go to your bed and you just start scrolling on TikTok or Instagram from like 9 p.m. all the way until 2 a.m. before you go back sleep deprived again to start the next day of this monotonous dull journey. Same as working. You wake up, you grab your phone, you check the time. Okay, 6 o'clock, put it one side. Prepare a shitty breakfast of cereal and milk. Commute to work, you listen to, I don't know, Cardi B or whatever. Once you reach your job site, you do a little bit of work, still sleep deprived. It's 12 p.m. You go for your break, shit foods again because there's no reason for you to eat anything useful. There's nothing that you're looking forward to do anyways. And repeat, 5 p.m. you end, commute back 6 p.m. And after that, the same as the student, you just eat another shit meal. You have no energy to work out, and you just scroll on your phone until 12 midnight before you go back to sleep and wake up at 6 p.m. again, 6 a.m. again, sleep deprived. That's pretty much the rundown of an average Singaporean's life nowadays. And that is the main cause of you slacking on your diet. Let me refer to my script a little bit. Now, now that I've already painted this picture, I want you to have this little bit of contrast right now. Remember, confirm every single time. Remember when you were 8 years old and you had this learning journey to the zoo or something. Remember the energy that you had for the next day. You're like, oh, I'm going to the zoo. You start preparing everything. You got the insect repellent ready. You've already, I don't know, insect repellent, water bottle, sunscreen, spare clothes. I don't know. I can't really remember. But if you prepare everything. You know what I'm saying, and then you go to sleep at like 9 p.m. Trying to go to sleep, but you're too excited to sleep. There's energy running through you all the time. Like you're constantly filled with energy, and then you wake up at like 5 o'clock instead of the usual 6 o'clock, saying that you're ready to go. You have breakfast. You start preparing your breakfast and everything. Yeah, you remember the energy you used to have, the the zest, the excitement for the next day, something to look forward to. That's the reason. Once you have this reason to be excited for the next day, for activities that you require your body to be running at its maximum potential, only then you would feed it the fuel required for it to run at its maximum potential. If you're gonna run through this monotonous lifestyle of work, lunch, TikTok, sleep, there's nothing to look forward to, bro. You've been doing that for the same for like the past, I don't know, half a decade already. Some of you even go past a decade already. And there's nothing to look forward to. And when you have nothing to look forward to, there's no reason for you to prepare your body to be at its maximum potential. So this is why you're gonna relapse on your diet. That's interesting, isn't it? Now that I've opened up this window for you, I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of true. But how do you want me to fix it, right? Let me refer to my script a little bit. I'm still a bit lost. And when the average human mind doesn't have something to look forward to, doesn't have a goal to chase or a purpose to meet, fulfillments to meet, it's automatically gonna try and extend the pleasure of that exact moment. Like right now, sorry, let's take an example. You are, you've got some work that needs to be done. You obviously do the work first, then submit it to your boss or submit it to your teacher, and then you, after you're done with that, you got no more things to do. You got no more things to do, right? You resort to pleasure. You resort to scrolling on Instagram because it makes you happy in the moment. It makes you happier in the moment. Interesting, right? So when you do not have something to look forward to and there's no need for you to feed your body with the proper nutrients or exercise to have the proper energy, energetic, what's the word? To have the proper motivation and be energetic, then you wouldn't do it because all you're gonna do is make yourself happier in that moment because whatever you're doing will be making yourself happier in the future. Like the learning journey example, you'll be happier when you are in the zoo. You're looking forward to that. You're preparing your body for the zoo, for later, for tomorrow. Not right now. If you were preparing right now, then you'd be doing what you're doing right now. You'd be scrolling, playing games, and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm gonna give you two analogies right now. I just thought about this when I was just typing out the script, okay? Number one, imagine this 28-year-old woman, late 20s, early 30s, alright? She's been working at an accountancy firm for a super long time, or she's been working at a IT firm for a super long time. She's quite high ranking, and the job has become monotonous. It's become pretty much the lifestyle that I've described to you earlier on. The weeks go by, the months go by, the years go by. She came from 21 to 25 to 28, 30, and now she's conflicted because she received the news that she's going to become a mother in a year's time, within a year's time. Suddenly, her diet from consisting of Cheetos, instant noodles, and pizza suddenly transforms into that of a super healthy diet. She follows exactly what the pediatrician told her. Eat more fruits, vegetables, have sufficient fiber, make sure you're not eating as much ultra processed foods. Everything that is bad for her, she got rid of it because there's a reason to now. There's no reason before that. Before she knew that. Before she didn't know that. So there's legit no reason. Hold on. Damn, why is there people here at this time, bro? Maybe I should have went a little bit higher. But on top, the lights are not work. The lights are working. I don't want the lights. I want it to be dark so that I can use my own lighting. Let me show you. This is the lighting I'm using. Pretty cool, eh? Okay, where were we? So yeah, this lady, she now has a purpose to eat clean. She now has a reason for her body to be performing at its prime. There's a purpose. And when there is a purpose, only then can you begin to, start preparing for that purpose. You wouldn't study if there's no exam, right? Same shit. You wouldn't. Oh, okay, that's enough examples. Okay, the MMA analogy. The MMA fighter, this is like the opposite, right? So the MMA fighter, he's always been consistently training. He's been hydrating himself. He has been eating the correct foods, making sure that he's now training 2 sessions a day, 3 sessions a day, for the past 6 months. And now from January until July, his fights in October, his fights in August. So he's been training, training, training. He's eating correctly, and I don't know, doing everything appropriately, sleeping, everything. He won the fight. Okay, they put a belt on him. They celebrate. I don't know. What happens after that? His purpose for that section of his life is complete. There's no need for a. There's no need for anything else after that. So what happens? The fruits and the vegetables and the diet, the sleep, the exercise drops to a minimal right now, right? Because there's no need for him to do that anymore, so it just drops. He starts putting on a little bit of weight, he gains some body fat, he sleeps much less, he consumes more alcohol, he hangs out with his friends more. So that's kind of like the reverse of what's going on here. We need to follow the the first example rather than the second example. Second example is kind of what happens after your exams. You notice that, right? Definitely, I mean, if you're watching this, very likely you had major exams before. And after you finish like your O levels or something, you were done. You had nothing to do, am I right? Completely nothing to do. You spend the whole day on TikTok. You literally spend the whole day on TikTok. You wake up at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., and you literally be on your phone until 10 p.m. You had nothing to do, right? There's no need to study anymore. There's no need to do whatever you need to do to ensure that you maintain and complete this purpose anymore. When I woke up this morning to come over to here to record, the time on the phone when I first woke up was 4:20 a.m. in Singapore. So imagine it's gonna be completely dark out for another like 2.5 hours, right? 2 hours. But why did I wake up so early? Because I have a purpose. I have a mission. And I've already told you before, my mission is to help Singaporeans achieve, be more aware about their health and find 100% natural ways that they can use to improve it. And the only way I can do that, the only way I can think of achieving that is through making videos online and hoping that the algorithm pushes it to people to see. And right now, it's still pitch black. The time now is 5:37. And I not really forced myself to wake up. I was enthusiastic to wake up. In fact, I woke up at 2 a.m. again thinking it was 4 a.m. because I was excited to record this video. I had purpose to be awake. And okay, I have a shift at a part-time job later. So that's not gonna be part of my purpose, but I need some money in order to invest in proper equipment and stuff. So I'll go be eating clean. And let me just run you through how a day my life sounds like. When I wake up like this early in the morning, I'll either record script or edit a video until it's about 6 a.m. Once about 6 a.m., I wouldn't eat anything yet, okay? By then, when I woke up, I probably drink like 250 milliliters of water and maybe a shot of espresso. But after that, I go and exercise. I go for a calisthenics workout or I go for a run. And after that, it will be around 7 o'clock. During that time, after when I come back 7 o'clock, I'd either fetch my brother to school or I'd prepare breakfast for myself, which is usually 5 eggs. It can be scrambled or so it can be sunny side up or it can be poached or soft boiled, doesn't matter. Then after I'm done with that, that's usually when I begin to slack a little bit because I just eat. So 7:30, let's say, I clean up everything, and now I'm on my phone replying to messages. Sometimes I'm scrolling as well, which is not a really good thing. Sometimes I'd be reading or watching a podcast during that time or watching a video by a YouTuber called Hamza. You guys probably know him. I'm more on. Yeah, and then I either go out for a cycle or I go to school or I. Damn, why is it so difficult to think about what I do in my life? Or I'd go to a cafe to do even more deep work because honestly I can't focus at home, which is why I literally have to come out here to record. And that's about the key features that happen in my life. After about 12 p.m. my productivity goes from like 100 to like -2 or something. I start losing progress, bro. It's ridiculous, man. Like, okay, now that aside, that's the main message of this video. Find your reason. Is there anything else I want to say? I found a reason that's greater than myself. It sounds like I'm doing some satanic shit, but I found a reason that's greater than myself, and now I have unlimited motivation to literally spring out of bed at 4:20 a.m. in order to come and just set this up and record. So find a reason. It doesn't have to be making sure everybody's healthy. It doesn't have to be something so grand. Just make sure that like I want my kids to be healthy and I'm gonna set a good example for them. Make that be your purpose. It's gonna take a while to come. It's not gonna come in like a click of your fingers. Oh, now that I watch this video, I am enlightened by his knowledge. No, it doesn't come like that. You have to go through life just for a few weeks, a few months, and you'll notice this on your own. You're gonna start noticing certain things. It's very important that you journal down your thoughts all the time, and by then you'd find out the reason. And once you've got the reason, anything you do, be it your diet, your workouts, your sleep, it will come naturally. Find the reason to optimize your body, and everything else will fall in place. If you watch this video to the end, congratulations. I know that you really want to improve your health, and you're already 75% of the battle is won. So I welcome you to the tribe of a healthier Singapore. Cheers.